Hey guys, it's Colleen Gallagher here with Colleen Gallagher International, and I'm super excited to be live. I just was looking at what book was behind me because I was a little confused at what exactly was there. Jenny, how are you? How are you, the real Steven? So I'm on two platforms. So when you guys join, say hello. And when you're on the replay, obviously say hashtag replay. So I don't know that you're on. Joe, how are you? If I don't know you're on, I can't obviously say hello. And if you don't let me know that you're engaging in the replay, I can't connect with you. And I really value these platforms as an authentic place to connect. And so, hello, the real Steve. How are you? I wanted to come on briefly because I had a lot of thoughts going through my mind, I guess, as we're halfway through the month, which is amazing. And I have, three offers this month. If you haven't seen, one is your own private meditation activation. We're doing it 50% off this month. So if you want to learn how to meditate or you want support in learning how to meditate, or just what area you're struggling with and you want support on how to focus to nourish yourself through your struggles, to empower yourself through whatever you're struggling with, that would be the perfect place to start. My second place is my holiday bundle, which is what I really want to dive into on this live and what I want to talk about. And then the third thing is my undercover. So as we're halfway through the month, I've had a lot of people, Justin, who have obviously will come to me with a lot of things, whether that's emotional depression, it's anxiety, it's like the highs and lows of getting together with, their partner's family for the holidays. Like there's all these kind of thoughts and all this noise that we have in our mind of what's going to happen, how are things going to work out. Like we just feel really stressed and we feel really anxious and we're just not sure we're just not sure, and it clouds this cloudiness and emotional unwellness because we're trying to overanalyze and hyper be aware of what's going to happen at some gathering or how someone might respond to something we said or how someone's going to treat us poorly, and it's the same routine habit, da 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 da. And so I wanted to come on because my holiday bundle, where I have put together 8 recorded videos from things that I've done before, but I've molded it together into a new system or process to support you on how to evaluate and assess your 2022 year. And even more, I wanted it to be this space that I know what it's like to kind of wake up from sleep or just in a moment of chaos and to feel like I'm out of control. And maybe you guys feel like that, or to feel like I'm getting intuitive nudges of this person's going to call me, or this person's going to be rude to me, or this person's going to say something how did that person react to what I said negatively? Now they're talking about me and making it a big gossip in the family or whatever that it is. But I just know how these they're really psychic wars work, where our mind gets a thought and it grabs onto something and it spirals and spirals and spirals and spirals into depression or into anxiety or into this emotional high or into we're not grounded and we're up in the ethers channeling with everybody and working with everyone's energetic system and clearing it and understanding what happened. And we're playing up in that space as healers, and we can lose, and this is what I learned this year, it was my number one lesson this year, is we lose a lot of time as healers, as artists, and as light workers by going into that space of wanting to know what was everyone's intention behind the words they said, what was the meaning, the energy behind what was shared, and how is that impacting and influencing my reality, and how am I impacting and influencing their reality. And as healers, we can get lost. I call them traps, roadblock traps. We're moving through the highway and we're oh my God, I'm going to create this and I'm going to launch this and I'm going to have a product and I'm going to solve people's problems and I'm so excited. And I believe in this work of, Eastern medicine and just being a healer and looking within your own self to heal your life and become the best version of you so you can create the most incredible reality. And we do that, but we get roadblocked. It's almost like when you're working out, you're on a good jog and then you have to stop because you're panting so much, you stop the momentum. Well, the same is true with your healer and light worker abilities. When you get caught in these psychic loops, these depression loops or these anxiety loops, and you let yourself be debilitated, you let yourself not be able to move forward in creating and using this internal emotional conflict as conflict. Hey, how are you? You're not letting this internal warfare, I guess, or internal unwellness be something that you could create as content of like, hey, I'm feeling depressed. Hey, I'm feeling anxious about having to see my in-laws, or the time of the family, and this is what I'm doing to create a service or a product to offer support because I myself need support in this, and this is how I lead myself through this. So this is something that took me a lot of practice, right? Of being able to go, okay, I'm experiencing anxiety, I'm experiencing depression, and a lot of my clients this week, many of my clients this week had the same issue. They were suffering from emotional highs and lows, but they were being debilitated. They weren't able to act through them, to do the practice of moving your body, of journaling, of what am I going to communicate and speak from this, to then create an offer, to then offer a solution. And so you should have a business model, right? A business infrastructure that's going to let you do that. So anyway, I guess I wanted to come on briefly and I wanted to share that. I wanted to talk about it because my holiday bundle, which I talked about, is an eight recorded videos that I've done and I've had in my various programs that I've laid out in a very systematic way for you to somatically get out of your mind and back into your body. And so we start with like manifestation, the art of receiving your goals, and we go into like digital marketing, social media, relationships. We have 2 bonus meditations. So it's a really beautiful way for you to begin to reflect on your year, on what you did really well, and analyze your year from a soul-based perspective. Like, what did I do right from aligning to my destiny and aligning with my soul, and where am I still struggling? And so anyway, I highly recommend, don't just walk, but run to my website, colleengallagher.co/holiday bundle 22. And you can go on there and enroll. There is a payment plan, so you can get it in 4 installments. And you also get one of my magical products, one of my books or products that ship with it. So once 10 people enroll, we will increase the price. So we're like almost at that 10 people mark. So you're going to want to definitely go get it. But I just wanted to do this live kind of last minute on a whim to let you know that you're not alone in whatever you're feeling and experiencing during the holidays or during this time of transition of like, fuck, I made my goals, or, shit, I missed this goal. I wish I would have pushed harder here. I wish I wouldn't have let this emotional thing bother me as much as it did. And so my intention with this bundle is for you to feel fully supported in your emotional well-being and your emotional ideas of highs and lows, and how you can leverage those emotional highs and lows to support you in creating a life that you love. So that's that. I wanted it to be quick. I wanted to come on, but go get it. I love you. I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of your week. And the other ways to play, like I said, is if you want a meditation and you want it specific for you. And then the second way is my undercover, which is for the undercover healers, artists who know that you want to start 2023 off with being true to yourself, with being authentic to yourself, with building a business and a career. It's not a business, but a career that is supporting like your magical abilities, you as a healer, you as a light worker, like who you're meant to become. So anyway, I look forward to hearing from you, and I love you.